What we have here is the side skirts for the 911 that I've been waiting on. These are from Better Bodies, which is actually the same company I have the ducktail from. They sent me the skirts and I'm gonna see how they look right out of the box. Now, one thing I'm curious about is this box is rather small. So we'll see how these are packaged. So it looks like I gotta take them out and then kind of maybe let them sit in the sun for a little bit so they get the shape better. But they're not fiberglass, which is what I didn't want to do, which was nice. I didn't want fiberglass for the car. So I figure I let these sit out in the sun for a bit. They're really durable, strong. I mean, they're flexible, so they'll take a nice beating if they hit the sides. So the one thing is the center part though, I'm gonna want to get the shape of the car itself. So, but this is very similar to like, I would say like a front lip, like the poly lip that's flexible. So it's gonna have this little bit of a bow to start, but I think leaving it out in the sun will give it some more, some better shape to it. But this is actually really, really good quality. And they're really easy to install. Comes with the 3M tape right on top of the skirts itself. There's no drilling, there's no screws you gotta put in. And being that my car is black, I actually might paint them the color of the car so it has a little bit more gloss to it. So one thing I actually just missed inside the box is the instruction sheet and some tips. So what it comes with is a card from them with a 20% off code they can use on their eBay store. Ziploc bag with the primer, for the adhesive primer. So you can put that right onto that. You can clean up the sides of the car and use the adhesive primer. And it comes with screws as well that looks like if you want to use them to screw it to be a little more secure. I'm probably not going to use these. I think it'll be perfectly fine with just a 3M tape. And it says right here, our proprietary blend of polyurethane can be folded into 3 sections by letting it sit in the sun. It'll always go back to its original shape and can easily be primed and painted using the least expensive to the most expensive primer. So you can see on here, it's got a couple different spots showing you tips on how to get it to go back to its original shape. So it's the type of material that they use is really flexible, which is nice. Fiberglass is going to crack easy. It'll break easier, more chances of it breaking to have to get repainted. So having these with poly, they'll take a lot more of a beating, which is nice. So I'm going to let these sit out in the sun and then hopefully later today I can get these on the side of the car. All right, so I ended up actually deciding to paint the side skirts gloss black to match the car instead of the matte or satin black that they come with that poly finish. I just got them back from paint and I'm actually gonna throw them on the car right now. Do a quick once over on what I'm gonna be doing is wipe down the whole side skirt of where they be planted. And then the box actually came with that little Ziploc bag with, I believe, a like little primer area to help clean up the area a little better and help the 3M tape stick better to the car. First thing I'm gonna do is actually raise the car up as high as it goes to make this a little more easier and have a little bit more clearance underneath. And now we're at max height and I just got myself a good 3 inches more of clearance. So now let's take away all these leaves, any debris, and then we'll quick wipe it down. Now I want to make sure I wipe this down good enough because I did just drive it recently and there's a lot of the brine from the salt from this ice storm that we're getting. So I'm going to wipe this down, make sure it's nice and dry. And I'm going to mock up where the skirt will sit, just like this. So going back to the Ziploc bag right here, you got the 2 little primer sticks. This will help the 3M tape stick to the car a little better than rather just going straight to the surface. So I'm gonna wipe that down right now and then use the primer for that. And then what I'll do is I actually have this painter's tape right here that I will end up using to hold the skirt in place in the front and back, and then I'll slowly peel off the 3M tape one piece at a time. So right here, on the back part, right here, I can actually peel off the bottom pieces, and the top I'll do separately. So line up right along that body line. Same thing with the back. Go up to where I want the bottom to stick. And kind of just line at the bottom, push it into place right where it's gonna stick. So now I got that all in place. Now that I got it kind of lined up right where I want it, I can just push in and work my way all the way to the back side skirt. And that's it. Just give it one more push on all along the edge. This way you know it's secure. Super easy, no drilling, no screws, no holes. They do include the screws if you want for extra security, but personally, I could just tell that these are not going anywhere just from the 3M tape alone. Same thing on this side. Add the primer right at that body line. And I honestly found not using that painter's tape was perfectly fine. The best way to do this was I just peeled off the 3 strips on the bottom and then peel this top portion up first before, just a little bit, and then line it up right at that body line. Side skirts are now complete. These honestly were just super easy to install, being that they're just 3M taped right into the vehicle, and they're definitely very secure. There's no holes, no drilling, no needed, no screws. So I'm really happy with the fit of them. You can see they match this body line perfectly all the way from the front to the back. There's no gaps. It looks like an OEM plus feature, and they're really subtle, especially on this car being black, but they definitely added a nice little touch to it because the side needed something with the front valence being that low and the rear GT3 bumper having that lower valence. So this completed that whole side profile that I've been looking for, and I'm very happy with this outcome. Huge shout out to Better Bodies for sending out these side skirts for the 911. These were the last pieces to the exterior that I've been looking for to complete the look of this car that I've been wanting. And I am fully happy with how these look and the fit on them. If you guys are looking for a setting for your 911, I would definitely reach out to them or check out their website. I will link them down below in the description. I want to hear your thoughts on what you think about these side skirts. I personally love them. They're a very subtle add-on without something too over aggressive. They follow the factory body lines of the front lip. So I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. I want you guys to stay tuned. I do have a couple more things planned with the 911 over the next coming weeks. I have a numeric shifter install that I'll be doing, as well as the Fab Speed carbon fiber intake for the 997 platform. So if you guys keep an eye, I'll have those up in the next few weeks. I appreciate you checking out the video. If you guys haven't yet, please like the video. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these side skirts and what else you would like to see on this 911. And I hope you guys have a great day.